So today I am going to tell you how to make the most of your summer of 2019. I feel like we've all had those summers where the summer starts and it feels like it's just going to last forever and you're going to do so much, and then before you know it, the summer's over and you have done nothing. So this list is going to help you avoid that. I'm obviously not perfect and this list is not perfect and there's probably things that could be added, but this is the tips that helped me the most last summer with staying productive and having an enjoyable summer. So let's get right into them. My first tip is to make a list. I made a list of all the things I want to do in the month of June, and I'm going to make another one for July and another one for August. I'm not off all of August, but the first 2 weeks of August I will have off of school and will try and be as productive as possible during those 2 weeks. Even though I did mine, I'm going to do it every month. You could just do it for the full summer if that's what you want to do. I would suggest having about 10 goals for the summer, 10 things you want to do. I'll give you an example off of mine. This summer I want to help my dad mow, and he's going to pay me because I'm planning a trip in the winter time and I want to start saving money for that trip. So one of my goals for this summer is to mow. What this does is when you feel like you have nothing to do and you don't really know what to do, you can go back and look at that list of about 10 things, and I guarantee you there's something on that list that you could be working on while you're just sitting around saying you're bored. That's the point of the list, is just when you feel like I have nothing to do, just go look at the list and you'll realize you probably have a lot to do, and that will save you from wasting your time doing nothing because you're bored. So everyone probably hates the second tip, but I'm telling you, it helps. And what I mean by get up early doesn't mean you have to get up at 6 a.m. I personally like to get up around 8 a.m. I'm not saying you have to get up at that time, but I would try and get up before 10 at least, because I've noticed with myself at least, when I get up earlier, I feel more productive. I get a lot more done in the morning, and then in the evening I can just more relax. It works for me, and it might not work for everyone because we're all wired a little bit differently, but just try it out for a couple weeks and see what you think, because I feel like most of us are more productive if we get up earlier. This third tip, I was just going to put travel, but I decided to add get out because I don't want you guys to think that you have to spend a bunch of money on plane tickets and motel rooms. This can be something as simple as going to the beach with your friends. It just means that you need to get out and experience things. And if you do have the money to go fly places or go on road trips, that's great. I'm happy for you. But if you don't have the money to be doing that, there's simple things you can do, like I said, you can go to the beach, maybe go to the zoo, just little tiny things to get you out. Because even though you want to have a productive summer, you definitely want to make sure you're enjoying it also and doing things with friends and family. So tip number 4, I have to explain a little bit because you guys are probably like, what do you mean don't let yourself get bored? Like, what does that mean? So what I mean by that is there's always stuff you could be doing. You should never be bored. You always have something you could be doing. Even if it doesn't seem like the most exciting thing, you can always be doing something. You know, maybe your mom needs help weeding the flower bed. Maybe your dad needs help mowing. Or maybe you just go out and get yourself a cup of coffee just for something to do. Just whatever you do, even if you don't have anything to do, make something for yourself to do. Don't let yourself just sit around and do nothing. Even if, like I said, it doesn't seem exciting or it doesn't seem like a huge deal, just do something. Like, get out a puzzle and do the puzzle. Like, just do something. Please just don't sit around and say you're bored. Just find something to do. Number 5 is to stay active. I found that I feel better about myself if I am active, and I don't mean that you have to go work out for hours at a gym. I just mean take your dog for a walk. Do some stretching. That's my 2 favorite things to do to stay active. You don't have to do something really vigorous. Like, you can just go outside and maybe play pig with a friend, like basketball. Like, you don't have to do extreme things to stay active. Just make sure you're not sitting on your butt all day, because that's the worst thing you can do. I feel like just going for a small walk can really improve your attitude towards things. Number 6 is to take a lot of pictures and videos. If you're spending all this effort to enjoy a summer and make the most of it, you definitely want to have pictures and videos to remember this amazing summer. So make sure you work in some time to capture the moments. Number 7 is to watch people who motivate you. This could also include listening to podcasts, but I'm not really a big fan of podcasts. So I put watch people. I definitely like to watch people on YouTube that motivate me. And I've learned that when I need a second to have a break, I definitely feel better if I watch someone who motivates me. For instance, somebody I find really motivating is Haley Pham. I was trying to think of other people though, but that's really the only person who came to mind. But I definitely watch her for motivation, and there's some other people, I'm just not thinking of them right now. And I found that when I need a 20-minute break from working on stuff, if I watch like Haley Pham or someone else who really motivates me, after I take my break, I feel a lot more motivated, rather than if I spend an hour watching Riverdale and then I just kind of feel drained afterwards. So I would advise you that if you need a break, find something that motivates you, that after you take that break, you're ready to get going again. Number 8 is probably everyone's favorite, and this is to be lazy once in a while. You know, you work the whole school year and you do need a break. Spend some time to just watch an episode of Netflix. Take a bubble bath. Don't work yourself to death during the summer, because then you're going to be burned out by the time you get to school, and no one wants that. So you definitely need to take a little bit of time to just enjoy the summer and just be lazy. But definitely don't overdo the laziness, because if you're lazy all the time, you're just going to make yourself miserable. So find a balance to where it feels good to be lazy, but don't make yourself miserable. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any more tips on how to have the best summer, let me know in the comments, because I'm always looking for more things to help me make my life better. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great summer, and I hope these tips helped. Let me know which tips helped you the most. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!